guys! Well, it took forever, but I'm finally back to show you how I reorganized my vanity, which is something I've been wanting to do for the better part of like 3/4 of a year now. I organized it last February when I first got the vanity, and then, I don't know, my collection sort of exploded. My makeup collection and my jewelry collection and my perfume collection, which were three of the things I was storing in my vanity. So it's really just, been a jumbled mess really for a really long time, and I've been meaning to get to reorganizing it for so long, and I've just been putting it off, and finally I buckled down after seeing, I was really first inspired by watching Elle Fowler, All That Glitters 21, her way she organized the vanity, and she has the same vanity. I believe it's called the Hampton Vanity from Pottery Barn Teen, but if that's not right, I'll write what it is down here. I honestly can't remember off the top of my head. Probably should have looked that up beforehand. I'm pretty sure it's still available. I had mine painted professionally to match my bedroom furniture, which is all dark wood, so that's why it's brown. It doesn't come in that color. So after I saw the way she organized her vanity, apparently she watched my original video and that helped her think of some ideas to organize hers, but then I pulled ideas from her organization, which is great. I love the way YouTube works in that way. And then also what really clinched it for me was I watched Talia's beauty organization videos, her beauty closet. She doesn't have the kind of vanity I have, but she actually uses a drawer system from IKEA. But just seeing how she used my absolute favorite drawer organizers, which are the Linus drawer organizers, which you can find at the Container Store, really pushed me to finally buckle down and do it. So I filmed a rather lengthy before tour, but I decided to combine this all into one it's going to be a long video, okay? Big disclaimer. I decided to combine it all into one video so you really get a sense of the before and after. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that before footage right now, and then I'll come back and talk to you a bit about what I did before I show you the after tour. So without further ado, here is my before tour of my vanity. Well, I'm here at my vanity. If you might recall, if you saw my previous vanity video from last year, it's from Pottery Barn Teen. I believe it's the Hampton Vanity. I will correct that if that is wrong. It only comes in white. I had it painted professionally to match my wood furniture from the grown-up Pottery Barn store. I believe this is the Hudson collection that we have in here. So my handyman painted it, and it's like a great match, and I love it. It's a great piece of furniture, but it's been a year. The organization isn't really functioning for me anymore. My makeup collection has expanded, as has my jewelry collection and perfume collection, which are all things that I've been housing in here. And it's time for a change. I need to revamp the whole thing. So I thought I'd give you a quick little before tour, just so you have a sense what it looks like right now. I do want to move a lot of the things off of here. I mean, there's not a lot on here, I guess. I mean, we just got back from Disney World, so I have this out to remind me to wash these brushes. But all the little like tchotchkes and things, I kind of want to clear off and put maybe on one of our other dressers so I can have my makeup brushes out. That's what I really want, is just to have my makeup brushes out, and basically that's it. But this is all I have up here. I have my makeup mirror, a little pink dog I got for free, a candle, my tiara from Disney World, some of these Swarovski crystal flowers that Dawn has gotten me over the years, etc. So how I've set it up is that on this left-hand side, the top shelves are all jewelry related, and I have these lights, the extra lighting I've clipped in, that I can just like bring out when I want extra light. I don't actually use those that much, as it turns out. I kind of want to get like a little chandelier to hang down because I think it'd be pretty and functional, but whatever. I have some travel jewelry cases, and that box has like all my little tarnish-free baggies and things in it for new jewelry. This one has bangles. That's just a Pandora jewelry box I got for free. Some of my little guys that hold little earring things. my jewelry box that locks that I keep my nicer jewelry in. I need to go through that because there's a lot of stuff in there that doesn't have to be in there. And I would really like a spot to keep my, I like to keep my current Birchbox and Eco Emmy stuff out so I remember what I'm supposed to be going through, and then I can easily find it when it's time to do a review and stuff. I need a good spot for that. Makeup palette that doesn't fit, some of the brochures that have come with my jewelry, not jewelry, makeup. I have some costume jewelry and such hanging on the doors, and then you can see nothing really pins into this. It's so shallow you can't actually pin anything onto this cork board, but somebody suggested putting another layer of cork board on top of it. I thought that was smart, so I might do that or do something else. I don't know yet. The drawers are all makeup. I'll get to that in a second. The middle drawer I've been using just for jewelry, and it's just like, it's very convenient and easily accessible, but I have so much jewelry now, it's like hard to see all my earrings. I like to keep things in the tarnish-free Ziploc bags. You can get them at firemountaingems.com. That's where I got mine. It just keeps them like cleaner longer between polishing. This isn't working for me at all. It's just like, it's hard for me to find things. I end up losing things, the back of the drawer. Things get kind of like all jumbled around. And I'd really like to put makeup in here instead. So that's going to have to change. On this side, the top shelf there is all travel makeup bags. And I have a new one that I can't even fit in there. So I got to figure out what to do, if I'm going to downsize my collection or what. All my perfume I want out of here. I don't want it in here at all anymore. I kind of am thinking of putting it on one of our bureaus on like a really nice glass tray or mirrored tray or something. So that would open up that space. All of my brushes, I have such a large collection now, and when I had less brushes, these little brush holders from Glitzy Glam that have my initial on them, they're so cute, and they're really functional, but I have so many brushes that I should just dump out some of the pellets, I guess, but the pellets drive me nuts. They get everywhere, so that's not working for me anymore, and I really can't get into this space that well because the brushes are just like jammed in there, and I end up pulling them out and putting them on my vanity every time I put on makeup. So I really just want to like get some sort of shallow cup holder system to put at the back there to hold all of my brushes sort of organized by type. That's sort of my fantasy. And then, the pin board's the same on the side. Some stuff from the MAC Holiday collection last year that I never used, so I'm probably going to give those away, and some more costume jewelry. So I have this plan to move my jewelry out of that drawer. I don't know if I'm going to be still dedicating a bunch of shelves to it. I was considering getting another piece of furniture, like a little jewelry cabinet, to put in this kind of, sorry, my camera won't focus, dead space over here. But I don't want my room to look too cluttered, because you do see it when the door is closed. I mean, I just don't like furniture to be too close together, unless it's like supposed to be. So what I was thinking about as I was brainstorming is that if I could get like hanging jewelry organizers that would fit in this narrow space, I could hang them off of there. And I did actually find some on Amazon. These are hanging jewelry files by Whitmore. 48 pockets, so it's back and front. And there's 13.5 inches wide by 28.5 inches long, and it fits basically perfectly right there. So I'm going to give that a try and see if I like it. And if not, I did find a pretty nice drawer organizing thing that's wood that could fit in there and look nice. So we'll see about that. And then the rest of the stuff in here, all the drawers mainly, is makeup. And some of the drawers work, some of them don't. Generally, I just don't like how jumbled everything is. I like how we divided everything, but I feel like I need more separating. And the only downside really of this piece of furniture is that the drawers only come out to there, and there's still like 3 inches of space, and they're very narrow, so you end up losing sight of a lot of things. So I don't mind losing that space. I might just get some like little bins or something to make it so I see all my products, and I'll just have to lose that space. But I'm planning on whittling down my makeup collection anyway. So obviously this one was eyebrows and mascaras. This drawer is all eyeliner. As you can still tell, different kinds of eyeliner. This one is all like single eyeshadow products, if that makes sense. I have all my MAC stuff in my craft room, all my MAC single eyeshadows, because I forgot that I was going to try to learn how to depot them, and I bought palettes for them, and I just totally forgot about it. So I'm going to do that before the end of this process and put the palettes in the new organizational system. And this is where I have all my palettes that obviously aren't the MAC ones. And you can see it's just like overflow. I've got way too much makeup going on in there, so I got to kind of go through this and really, really work on kind of paring down my collection. This is all bronzer and face powders and blushes and highlighters. Again, it's gotten so much. I mean, the organization of it was great before, but now it's just like too much to fit. It doesn't fit, and I can't see everything, and that bothers me. And then this drawer, it's probably the only drawer I really like. And it's still functional. I have my baby wipes and my 2 different kinds of Q-tips and my extra washcloths and a little, what is this? Eye makeup remover for when I make mistakes. So that's that side. This side, this top drawer is just sort of like a bonus drawer. It's basically where I store all of my travel stuff, which I could probably just keep in one of the cases and then free up this whole drawer, which would be nice. This one has all lip glosses. I know I have so many lip glosses, but again, I could go through this. There are some that I just, you know, I bought on a whim and I never ever wear, so sayonara, that kind of thing. This is ridiculous. I'm never allowed to buy these like tubey lip glosses ever again. I have so many, and I realize how ridiculous that is. So I'm trying really hard to back off on makeup purchasing. It's actually gave up buying any makeup and nail polish included for Lent. We'll see how I do. But yeah, this is just crazy. So there's all that. All my lipsticks. I actually don't have too many lipsticks, although some that I have are like either really old and dried out and I need to get rid of, some of the MAC ones especially, or I just never wear and it's just not worth having anymore. So I can consolidate this a bit and then, you know, make the rest of the drawer for something else, maybe lip glosses. This one has all my face products in it. Again, needs to be pared down a lot. I went through a phase where I bought a lot of different kinds of foundation and things, and I honestly never wear foundation. So a lot of that stuff can be kind of sorted through and tossed, and especially like these eye primers. I never wear those. I don't know why I bought them. I really like the paint pots better, but that's sort of that drawer. And last drawer, another kind of bonus drawer, just has extra Q-tips and extra products in there. That I bought extra of for some reason. But that is basically my Vanity before tour. I know I mentioned some of my plans for it. I just think this could be a lot more functional. And I do tend to go through, you know, things that I've organized on a yearly basis because my needs change. Oh, look at all those fingerprints. I really need to clean this too. My needs change, what I have changes, and you know, it's time to go through and kind of rework things. So that's what I'm going to do, and I will show you guys how it looks and give you a description of how the process went when I'm all done. So as you can see, it was kind of a mess. I mean, it wasn't like a huge mess, but it definitely needed improvement in terms of just like solely in terms of functionality. And also, I mean, the makeup was just a jumbled mess, and that was really frustrating me. And then not really being able to access my ever-expanding perfume collection, I really wanted to move that out to another area. And I did all those things, and I thought this project would take me a week, but it took me a month. And it's not that I worked on it every day, I really didn't. It's just, this was the kind of project where I really had to do a lot of thinking about how I wanted things organized. It was easy for me to go out and get the organizers. I just bought a whole bunch. I was really lucky because the Container Store was hosting this sale, their spring organization sale, which goes on until May 6th for those who are interested. And the Linus door organizers, which you will see a lot of in the upcoming after tour, were on like big sale. So I recommend, if you're in the market for drawer organizers, I recommend checking out this sale. So I ended up saving a bundle of money, which was nice. And I knew that I would have to buy more than I needed because it would take a lot of playing around to get the perfect arrangement for how I wanted to organize the drawers specifically. And then it took a lot of thought and effort to figure out how to organize the shelves and what to do about, just what to do about everything. It took so much time to just think about it and try different things and find that they didn't work and it was a big trial and error process. It's not the same as some other organizational projects where I really have a clear idea of where I want to go. I knew I wanted to tidy things up. I knew I wanted to make things easier to access and see and use, but I just didn't know how. So that's why it took so long. I probably only worked on the vanity 2 to 3 hours a week, but I would do something and then I would live with it for a week to see how it went. So sometimes organizational projects require that of you, especially when it comes to something, at least for me, like my vanity and beauty organization, because those are things that I use on a quite regular basis, and it's important that it works for me. And I didn't want to show you guys the vanity until I had it set that in a way that I know is functional, and I know it's functional. So I'm going to take you in now and give you a look at my after tour. I go into a lot of detail, so I hope you guys enjoy. Again, I apologize for the length of the video, but I guess that's just, I make long videos, so yeah, I won't be offended if you don't want to watch it. So I'm just warning you, it gets longer. Okay, I hope you guys enjoy. I am finally back to show you my after tour of my vanity. This is the vanity that I purchased last year from Pottery Barn Teen. I believe it's called the Hampton Vanity. I could be totally wrong. I'll write down below, like right here, what it is, but I don't remember. Anyway, I took a really long time to finish, but I have completed it, and I'm going to give you a thorough look at the inside in just a moment. But first I wanted to show you that I really cleaned up the desk itself, so that when I'm not sitting here doing makeup, this is all it looks like. This is all you see. My makeup mirror obviously can't be put away because it's kind of bulky. I just have one little, oh come on camera, don't freak out, one little mini Slatkin & Company candle and holder from Bath & Body Works, my Mickey tiara from the Disney Princess Half Marathon I ran, and a couple little tchotchkes from Dawn, one of my little Swarovski crystal flowers from him, and a little princess perfume bottle that's empty that I just use as decoration. So that is what the desk looks like most of the time. Like I said, unless I'm doing makeup. Everything else is the same. I didn't get any new chair or anything. That's all the same. You can see it just looks a lot neater now in this corner. I like the way it looks. And I put out next to it these 3 hat boxes, which were part of an in-room celebration that Don had arranged for me when we were at Disney World in late February, early March for that race that I just mentioned. He had arranged an in-room celebration, which is basically like a special surprise treat in your room that Disney can do. And one part of that were these boxes, which we shipped home. We just stacked them within each other and had them shipped home so I could still have them because they're really nice and beautiful. And I will go through those in after I'm done with the vanity and show you what I've put in there. But I have placed them over there as functional storage, and also because they're really pretty and I wanted to be able to display them in my room somehow. So basically what I did was I made this vanity just makeup and jewelry storage. There's no travel storage anymore in here. That's all been moved into those the hat boxes I mean, and there's no perfume in here anymore. I moved my entire perfume collection over here to this bureau. I got this tray at Pier 1. It's very beautiful. It has this intricate design on the bottom. I kind of wanted a mirrored or more shiny tray, but I found this one and I just really liked it. So that is my perfume collection. I'm going to film and post a perfume collection video on my second channel, My Housewife Life. So if you're interested in seeing a more in-depth look at my perfume collection, you can check back My Housewife Life. That video will be up soon. But that's where I moved the perfume. So the perfume's no longer in here. It really didn't have to be in here, and it was getting really cluttered. So I'm going to open up the vanity so you can see it from kind of a far off look, and then I will go into more detail. So here's what my vanity now looks like, reorganized, opened up. And you can see quite a bit has changed just upon first glance. I've added these hanging jewelry organizers, and that is where I house most of my jewelry now, no longer smushed into the center drawer of my vanity. So that's been really convenient. And I really tidied up the drawers and the shelves and everything. So that there's the sort of at a glance overview. And now I'm going to go in and show you each part. I'll show you each tower, you know, in more detail. The only thing that I have not completed that I'm still planning on doing is getting another layer of corkboard to lay on top of the corkboard that came with the vanity itself. It's just not thick enough to actually stick push pins in it. So somebody's just getting another layer of corkboard and just like adhering it on top of that. And I am going to do that so I can use those boards as functional pin boards, just for fun, you know, inspirational sorts of items. So I have yet to do that, but I'm planning on it. So I'm just going to start, I guess I'll start showing you where I've moved my jewelry. So my jewelry used to be all in those little tarnish-free resistant baggies, all in the center drawer. You can see I really cleaned out the center drawer. And now it mainly houses some tools and things that I use kind of frequently, and then all of my watches. And I do have room to grow here. So I have all my J. Crew watch bands that go to this watch, my Timex watch, which is from J. Crew. It's interchangeable bands. I have them all here, and the watch stays right there when I'm not wearing it. These are all of my like slimmer watches, and then I just kind of organize my watches by type, and you can see I can fit a lot more in here as my collection grows. And then I have a mini nail file, and these are eyebrow scissors and my tweezers for my eyebrows in there. And then I have a lighter for my little candle, like I mentioned, and just some tchotchkes. This is like a little Hello Kitty lip balm that I use a lot, and my eyelash curlers. So that's basically all that's in this drawer, because I was going to try to put my like most used makeup items in here, but I find that it's just too close to where I sit at my vanity. It ended up jutting into my stomach and stuff when I'm putting on my makeup, because I get really close to my makeup mirror. And usually when I sit here, I will pull out my makeup brushes and put them out, and then I'll put out my washcloth that I use to sort of just protect my table and also to wipe off makeup brushes on, and then I'll bring my mirror much closer to me, and that's how I'll set up my getting ready to put my makeup on kind of setup. So over here, I kind of designated these top two, wow, it's having so much trouble focusing, shelves to jewelry. And I still have my little LED, I think they're LED lights, clamps that I can clamp onto the sides here, tucked into the side of both tops of the towers, but I really don't end up using them that often, as it turns out. So I took out my really big Pottery Barn jewelry box. I had the large size of the McKenna jewelry box from Pottery Barn in here. It was on this shelf. And the thing is, my jewelry collection just got so big I couldn't keep a lot of my jewelry in there anymore, and it was just annoying to get in and out of. So I moved that into a guest room. And I did go out and buy this smaller version. This is the medium size of the same jewelry box, so they match, and conceivably sometime in the future I might want to put them out on a bureau, and I could put them on top of each other or next to each other, and they would match. So in this is where I keep all of my nice jewelry, and it's small enough that I can take it to be locked up when we go out of town, which I like. So that's just where I keep all my really nice jewelry. And then this is a little Pandora jewelry box I got for free at some point that I'm not using at the moment, but I might use it someday, and I like the way it looked up there. And then these little containers, oh, sorry about the focusing problems, are from Target, and I bought these as well. And these house all of my bangles, and I just put them all in larger sizes of those tarnish resistant baggies and separated them by type, basically. And then underneath that, room to grow, pins, seasonal jewelry, room to grow, that sort of thing. So those two shelves are where all my jewelry is that isn't in the hanging jewelry organizers that I show you here. These I got on Amazon, and I believe they were $11.99 a piece. And I bought them specially on Amazon because they were the smallest ones I could find that would fit, and I would still be able to close the door to my vanity with them in. So it's a great use of space because I really wasn't using this space for anything except some hanging necklaces, which just got tangled anyway. So what I did is I bought two, one for each door, and I got these Command self-adhesive hooks that are just nice and kind of match. I mean, this isn't open all the time, so I'm not too picky about it. But I wanted this to hang lower than up here, and I want it to be centered, and there is no center hook. You know, there's 4 hooks, so I added that one on each side, as you can see. And then I organized my jewelry by type. So on this one is all necklaces, this whole organizer, front and back. And it goes from, you know, smaller necklaces to more beaded types of necklaces, and then when I want to look at the other side, I just rotate it and hang it. And this has all of my larger scale necklaces, and I do have room to grow. I didn't end up getting rid of a lot of jewelry because I happen to like all of my jewelry. I think I just ended up giving away a few things, but not a lot. And then over here is all my bracelets that aren't cuffs or bangles. And on the other side, I have all of my earrings. And I still have everything. Each piece of jewelry is in its own tarnish resistant baggie. And I got these baggies. They come in all different sizes from Fire Mountain Gems. I'll put a link below. And I put about 2 different pairs of earrings and 2 sets of necklaces or so per section, depending on how big the section is and how big the piece of jewelry is. So I like that I can see through it. I can still see all my jewelry. It's so much easier to see now than being all stacked on top of each other in the center drawer as it was before. So I'm actually able to access everything really easy. It keeps it really neat. I don't end up losing anything or forgetting about things. I still have room to grow. And it's just been really nice. And the only thing I have hanging on the hooks right now is this is a clasp opener. It's just to help you open your Pandora bracelet clasps, which can be kind of tricksy. I could conceivably hang like little bracelets and stuff on there in the future, but for right now I just didn't want to do that. So my jewelry system, that was the first thing I organized, and that's been really nice. I've been using that system for about 3 or 4 weeks now, and I've just been really enjoying it. Having the watches in the center and the most frequently used jewelry on these hanging jewelry organizers, and then less used items up top has just been great. So on this shelf is just sort of basic necessities. I use makeup wipes every time I put makeup on, and tissues. I have a Bobbi Brown makeup book. I have a room for another book if I ever got another beauty book. This I used as an organizer. It was an old organizer I used in the drawers, but I'm not using these anymore, so I just put that up there. I don't know if that'll stay there. It's just kind of bonus. And then I have my backup clean makeup washcloths in there, and there's enough room to actually put something else in there if I wanted, maybe backup makeup brush cleaner. What do we call this? Little like basket thing was also from Target and in the same collection as those organizers. And so that's just really easy to access stuff because I use it almost every day when I wear makeup. And then over here, I just have the current washcloth that I'm using. I change them out about once a week. They don't get terribly dirty, so I wash them about once a week. And then I have some hand cream, my little Victoria's Secret dog guy. And I'm going to show you the other side when I get to that side. So now I will go into the drawers and take you through my entire makeup collection and new organization. So in this top drawer I decided to keep this brows and mascara just as before. But I bought a whole lot of these Linus drawer organizers, which are my favorite brand of drawer organizers. I get them at the Container Store. I use them in my kitchen. I use them in my office. I love them. I use them in my bathroom. And they're really great. It's hard to find drawer organizers that really fit these drawers because they're very narrow and they don't come out all the way, but these fit perfectly. So I have all my brow things in here because I really don't use them that often, as well as brow gels and stuff. So these are more like palettes. And I also have my fake eyelashes in here. I really don't wear those very often, only once in a blue moon for special occasions. All my brow gels and things. The mascaras that I am using right now that are open, and then ones that are unopened that I want to use next. So that is that drawer. This drawer has all of my eyeliners, and I organized them by type. And so I have two of these divided organizers in here. And in this first compartment, I have all my gel liners and a pencil sharpener. And then all of my liquid liners and glitter liners up top, pencil liners, and more pencil liners, but I separated them by type. These are the kinds that you roll up, kind of, if that makes sense, and these are the kinds that you sharpen. This drawer has all of my cream eyeshadows, so MAC paint pots, color tattoos from Maybelline, Benefit cream shadows, kind of miscellaneous cream shadows, Bobbi Brown, there's a Chanel. And I left a lot of room to grow here because these are quickly becoming one of my favorite kinds of makeup products. So I have a lot of room to grow, which is nice. And I use these as basically eyeshadow bases every day. And again, they're sort of at my most easily accessible level when I'm sitting at my vanity here. This drawer has sort of other eyeshadow products. That's gonna make no sense, but basically it's on the bottom. I have two levels, so I put less used products on the bottom level, and those are all pigments and glitters. So I don't use these quite as often as other products. So I have all of my MAC pigments and other metallic eyeshadows, and some Berry M, what are these called? Dazzle dusts, and things of that nature, and then some glitters. So I don't use those that often, and this is a pretty deep drawer, so I decided to make it a double level drawer and really utilize all the space that I could. So I have these containers, or drawer organizers, I guess, that go on top of those. And these have more frequently used items. So I have sort of single eyeshadows that aren't in palettes on this side. And then these are shadow pencils. And I have a roll-on glitter in there that's just sort of random. And then these are all highlighter pencils for eyes and brows. This drawer begins the eyeshadow palettes, and the last two drawers here are all palettes. So this drawer has all of my smaller sized, literally, palettes. So I have different MAC ones, MAC quads, some Dior palettes in here, and as well as sort of miscellaneous smaller palettes. There's a lot of room in my vanity now to grow, which is nice for, you know, having a really massive makeup collection, but you know, how much makeup do you really need, I guess would be somebody's argument, but I just really enjoy having this sort of variety. So there you have it. And these containers, the drawer organizers that I got don't take up the whole drawer, so I could rearrange things and slide some narrow palettes in the sides and stuff if I ever got to needing more space, but I really don't need that much space right now, so I'm just keeping it like that, keeping it nice and neat and uncluttered looking. And this bottom drawer has all my larger palettes, and I am not using any organizing components in this drawer. That I just kind of arranged things so they would sit themselves up straight. The only thing that has not been put in this vanity are my MAC palettes. I just totally forgot to depot all of my MAC shadows. They're sitting in a project basket in my craft room. I just haven't gotten around to it, but I will find a place for those either in here or somewhere else when I actually finish that. But this is where I just keep all of my larger scale eyeshadow palettes. And that is everything that is on this side of my vanity. Now for this side, I think I'll work from the drawers in the bottom and go up. This is more face products, face and lip on this side. And I kind of kept the way I had organized the makeup the same. So before, I had all my face and lip stuff on this tower and all of my eye products basically on that tower, or in that tower, I mean. So I kept that the same. I just reorganized them so they're more easily accessible and neater. So this bottom drawer is face items that I don't use very often. So I have in this section, I have all different kinds of foundations and some sample primers and some mini Fix Plus, things I really don't use that often, as well as powders, matting powders, blotting papers, all that sort of stuff. And then these are all eyeshadow primers and concealers. Is basically what I have in this drawer, but it's not my most used things because out of the whole vanity, this drawer is the hardest one to open for some reason, and it gets kind of stuck. So I like to not put things that I want to frequently use in there. This drawer has a few drawer organizers in it, and it has face products. Now my cheek products were the hardest to organize because I really wanted to organize them by type, so by highlighters, blushes, and bronzers. But the thing is, just with the way that they're shaped, it wasn't like pleasing to me aesthetically to organize them that way. So I basically organized them by brand and by size and kind of by type. But I really went more for brand and size. So over here are all MAC face powders, and yeah, these are all MAC face powders and highlighters. And then I have some MAC bronzers and some miscellaneous body powders and then some other bronzers, and these are all kind of roundish. So this drawer is really more bronzers and body powder, face powders. Did I say body powder? Bronzers and face powders, basically, and then a couple random body powders. But you can see I put sort of my rectangular bronzing products up front, and I kept all the round ones and MAC ones in the back like that. And when I was organizing these drawers, I did go through and really clean out with, you know, cleaning products, the drawers and the exterior, and I did a whole big clean of the vanity as well. It really wasn't that dirty because I was using drawer organizers before, so a lot of the spilled products and stuff were in the drawer organizers, so I just cleaned those. But it's nice to deep clean your furniture every once in a while. So this drawer is mainly blushes and some highlighters. I have all of my Benefit products basically, which are, I even have some bronzers from Benefit as well as blushes in this first container. They fit like a glove, so I wanted to keep them together. Then some Tarte blushes and MAC blushes, and then some highlighters from Urban Decay, and that's a cream color base from MAC. This back one has sort of miscellaneous bronzers and face powders from different companies. It's really dark, so I have some Dior and some Chanel and some more Benefit things and some NARS stuff. And then I have one NARS multiple, and this one little organizing container is just room to grow. So I could conceivably move all of the round products up into this and make that more room for other non-bottled products. Now this drawer, just like the drawer that had my cream eyeshadows in it over there, is the same at the same level, and this has all my most frequently used face products, specifically the ones closest to me, and then less frequently used and sort of bonus brush items that don't fit in my current brush holding system on that side. So I have things that I use almost every day that I wear makeup. My favorite primer, eye primer, concealer for under eyes, eyeshadow base, primer, my MAC powder, Mineralized Skin Finish Natural, my powder flage for under my eyes from MAC, some concealers that I use periodically, and then over here is the foundation and sort of glowy primer that I use on the rare occasion that I do wear foundation, it's just the one I've been using lately. And if it's a special event or at night, I like to wear this illuminating, it's a Pearl Glow primer. It just makes you look really, really lit up from inside, if that makes sense. And then here I have a, this is another product that sort of works like that, but it's a powder. It's from Guerlain, no idea how to pronounce that. Guerlain. Sure. This is a nice brightening powder too. And then I have some beauty blenders and some kabuki brushes that I don't use very often, just sort of in storage in there in case I ever need it. Then I have some lip stuff in this drawer. I actually moved most of my lip products up out of the drawers into a couple of special units that I'll show you in a second from Muji, but this one just has sort of my basics, my MAC lip conditioner and my Too Faced lip insurance, other lip primers, a plumper from Soap and Glory, some lip brushes in the side here, and chapsticks. All the lip liners I have, I really don't know how to use lip liners, so I don't have that many. And then all of my favorite what do we call these? Lip glosses? What do we call a lip gloss in a tube? Is it just like a lip gloss? I guess. In there. So that's kind of fun. And then this top drawer is just really more extra bonus necessity items that didn't necessarily fit in my center drawer. I just didn't want to crowd things out. I could eventually move all of these things into the center drawer at some point and have this for makeup in the event that my makeup collection grows a whole bunch, but for now I have the space, so just kind of leaving it as I have little scissors, padded paper, and a pen, and tape measure, and then a little box and a lipstick holder and some cleaning cloths and these little bears Dawn and I got on our honeymoon in Hawaii 7 years ago because they reminded me of the way we watch TV. That's Dawn and that's me laying on him while we watch TV. That's just, I don't know, I keep them. I used to have them out, but now I just keep them in the store, and it's just a cute little reminder of that. On the side of the door, of course, the hanging jewelry organizer, and then I decided to make these are kind of odd little shelves. It's hard to fit a lot of things in here, but I have my makeup setting spray and brush cleanser and some makeup remover up here, and then I have all my different kinds of Q-tips. And what I did to get them to fit in here is I bought these little plastic boxes, and I took the lids off. They're from the Container Store. They were 79 cents each, and I bought 3 of them. So I have my 3 different kinds of Q-tips just saved up here, and it's just really easy to reach when I'm sitting in the chair, and it's next to all those things. So that's been convenient, and this is just a little thing that I want to pin up on my board once I get that all set. Now the last part of the vanity to show you are these shelves, and this used to be where I housed all of my perfume and travel makeup like accessories, like bags and cases and brushes and things, as well as all of my brushes. So I used to use these brush holders from Glitzy Glam, which I have saved up here to keep all my brushes, but it was just, my brush collection grew and it was just getting kind of ridiculous and annoying. So what I did is I found these acrylic divided organizers from the Container Store, and I went to Michael's and I bought these little beaded things. They were in the floral department. I asked on Twitter where to find those, and you guys were really nice to tell me about it. And what I do is when I'm not using makeup, I have them stored in here like you just saw, but when I am putting on my makeup, I pull them out and I just situate them the back of my vanity just like that, and it is awesome. First of all, I love it because it separates the brushes better than just having them in a big like glass jar or something. So I have them into 2, and these actually came with lids, but I stored the lids because I'm not using them. I guess they're meant for like Q-tips and things of that nature, cotton balls, but I decided to do this with it. So I have one for face brushes and one for eye and other brushes. So the face brushes one, wow, this is hard to say. The face brushes, one, I have organized obviously into the 4 different compartments. So these are big powder brushes, and then I have all the like stippling sorts of brushes into different sizes. These are all blush and highlighter brushes, and then these are all foundation brushes. And they feel like a glove, so I don't know what will happen if my brush collection gets any bigger than this, but I have actually designated space, this is sort of a bonus shelf up here that I could conceivably store extra brushes in the Glitzy Glam brush holders if my collection ever grew. I guess I'll show you this shelf, I guess, while I'm doing that. So I have those 2 that I've had for a long time just for future use. These are actually from the tumblers that you can get from Glitzy Glam. I've gone through like 3 or 4 of them. If you drop these, they break more often than not. So I just saved the actual parts to use for something at some point. And then I have my extra travel makeup brushes that I don't know, they're just extra brushes. And then that's a random body powder that I have from Urban Decay, and the light as was there before. So that's what's up there. But then back to the brushes. The eye ones I have separated again by type. These are blending, eyeshadow, what do we call these? Not shader brushes, that's it. These are like more specific fine brushes, and then these are eyeliner brushes and eyebrow spoolie kinds of things. So it's just so much nicer because I can see them all, because they're really nicely organized into those 4 sections per each container, and also they're really easy to store, and they just really look nice when they're in there even, and it makes it so much neater. So I mentioned before that I moved all of my lip products up into these 2 Muji acrylic drawers sets. So there's actually 2, there's one stacked on top of the other. I had to order these from Muji.com, and they were pricey. They were I believe they were $27.95 a piece, which is a lot, but they're really, really high quality. So I decided it was worth the investment. As you can see, I have a lot of room to grow because you really cannot have too many lip products, in my opinion. But I filled up, I'm going from the bottom up to fill them up, because it's easier when I'm sitting for me to access the bottom levels of the drawers first. So the very most bottom one, I have all MAC lipsticks, and they're organized by color as well. They're organized by color, not collection. And actually, you can see the names of them when you look. The way that they fit in here is just perfect for lipsticks and lip glosses. And then the second drawer is all my other lipsticks. So I have a lot of the Revlon lip butters. I love those. Some Benefit, some Cargo, a couple Chanel, and a couple one Guerlain and one YSL. You can see, I have a lot of more lipsticks that I could invest in my future. But lipstick is sort of one of the things that I've been getting in as I've been getting older. I have a lot of lip gloss, but lipstick is kind of up next. Then starts the lip glosses. So this drawer has all sort of miscellaneous lip glosses. So I have a lot of Stila, Benefit, I have a Berry M, and a couple NARS and Chanel, different kind of random things in this one. And then starts the MAC lip glosses and glasses, which I have quite a few of. So these are the Kissable lip colors, and then these are Dazzle glasses, and then these are all the mini lip glosses that I got from the 2010 holiday collection. I got a bunch of those for Christmas, so I have all those in here, and just one of their lip gelées. And these little guys they were connected to the Hello Kitty Dazzle glasses, but they just are annoying to leave on, so I just leave them in there. And then up here are just the regular lip glasses, and I have them arranged sort of by color and by how often I use them. So you can see they sort of gradiate by color, and then the ones in the back are more dark, bright colors that I don't use quite as often. And then I have my 3 little, what are these called? Tinted lip conditioners that I have. and everything fits so nicely. And then this last drawer that's filled has the Tender Tones from the most recent Shop Cook Mac collection, my Coors Lip Butter glazes, and the Tarte Lip Surgence lip tints that I have. And that is all of the lip stuff I have, other than the tubed lip gloss you guys saw before. I don't know what to call that still. And then I have this little tin. Actually, Dawn got me this trio of Marc Jacobs fragrance roller balls because it's some of my favorite perfume and I use them for travel. So I just use this little tin. Oh, here they are. You can see them right here. But I use this little tin. I get so many perfume samples in different boxes of monthly subscription, like sample boxes that I subscribe to, and just like in the mail when I order from Sephora and stuff like that. So I keep them all in here, which is just like a neat little place to keep them. And I really like this tin, so I wanted to save it, and it fits really nice on top of my Muji drawers. And the last thing to show you is this center shelf, and I have two of these sort of like acrylic tubs from the Container Store, and two of these little acrylic canisters. Now the canisters have sample size products that I might use at some point. So in the back one is sort of miscellaneous products, and this one is all mascaras. I get so many samples, and what I've been doing is the samples that I know I'm never going to use, I keep in a little bag in my closet, and I'm going to give them away at some point somehow. I just don't know how or when. So if you guys have any ideas on how I should give away these little extra samples that I have, let me know. And then this one is where I've been keeping all of my Eco Emmy, My Glam bag, and Birchbox current things that I'm trying. That just helps me keep them together, and then when I want to go film in my office, I can just take this whole tub with me, and then I have all the products right there. And I haven't quite decided what to do with this one yet. Right now I have some mini products in it. I don't know yet. That's sort of a room to grow situation. And that, my friends, is my entire vanity. So now, and I still have my little trash can down there, and my chair is the same, like I said. So now I will show you what are in my hat boxes, and then that will be it. Just to refresh your memory, this is what the hat boxes look like, stacked next to my vanity. I'm going to take them down and open them up so I can show you what's in them. I just want to show you how cute these are before I take the lids off. These are Disney hat boxes, basically, so they have Cinderella's castle and crown and coach, and they're just really, really cute. So I'll open them up now and show you how I have them organized. In the smallest box, which usually lives on top of the stack because it's the smallest, I have extra beauty items. So extra of my favorite cosmetic cotton swabs, which you can find at Walmart. They're by Studio 35. They're the dual tip applicators. I love those. And then I have regular Johnson & Johnson cotton swabs, extras. This has all of my extra tarnish-free baggies that I keep my jewelry in, like I showed you in my jewelry organizers. So that's just where I store those. I'll have to zip that up when I have two hands. And then I have some miscellaneous extra beauty items, as well as this little pouch just has brochures and things from different brushes and beauty items I've bought that I want to save. And that is what's in that box. And you can see there's still room to put more things in there if I wanted. And then the bottom two boxes, which is the medium box and the large box, are all travel accessories for makeup and jewelry. So I have the things that I use most often for travel in this medium-sized bin. These are the two train cases that I alternate between my Kate Spade and my MAC Hello Kitty train case. Neither of them are available anymore. They still make this train case. Is great from Kate Spade. I think it's called something else. They don't have it in this print anymore. It's extremely expensive. But I got mine for like 75% off. I think it's $148 normally, and I got it for like $40. So I figured that was worth it. They're basically empty right now. I do keep my travel makeup brushes in here at the moment. Sometimes I have them in this little Hello Kitty one, and sometimes I have them in the other case that came in here. So they live in there. And then this is the jewelry travel pouch that I use the most often. This is from Vera Bradley. I don't believe they make this print anymore because I've had this for like 8 years. But it's just a nice little jewelry travel jewelry travel case. And sometimes I'll also bring this little box just to if I'm just going for like an overnight or something. This is just a little tiny little case that I use for if I just have a couple of pieces of jewelry. And then like I said, I have my other brush case right there, as well as just some little baggies and things that I take with me a lot. That goes to my Makeup Forever Kabuki brush. And these, I always travel with these when I travel with makeup. It's my little skin finishing spray, makeup finishing spray from Scandinavia, as well as my blush cleanser, travel blush cleanser, and travel makeup remover for if I make mistakes while applying my makeup. I just like to have a little one with me, like near me wherever I'm putting on my makeup. And then this little case, which I actually haven't used yet, I also got this on clearance from Kate Spade. Oh, I don't think I can open it. There we go. It has some of my most frequently used travel items, which I will put into whatever case I'm taking. Just some extra travel makeup wipes and my little NARS travel palette and my travel tweezers and things of that nature. And then this last bin has less frequently used items. So this is a really big padded train case from Victoria's Secret that I got forever ago. And it is filled with makeup cases that I use on a less frequent basis. You can see. Ooh, that's making a funny noise. Then on the bottom here, this is a Sigma brush case I don't use very often. I just have some miscellaneous jewelry boxes and pouches. These are the components to my vanity that I aren't using. I'm not using. English is so hard. So these are the lids to the little those little cases, not cases. What do we call those? I don't know. Containers, thank you, that I have my Q-tips in, and then these are the lids to the those boxes that I have my brushes in. So I'm not using them, but I want them to be nearby in the case that I change, I use them for different things in the future, then I have the components that go with them and I know where they are. Those are makeup cases. These have makeup pouches in here that I'm not using. Some miscellaneous items that I'm not using. And more, I think there's more makeup pouches in there. And that is what is in my hat boxes. As you can see, I organized them in such a way that the things I use the most often are most easily accessible. And that is my entire new vanity organization and setup. I hope you guys enjoyed. Well, that was it. Rather long-winded, I know. I'm sorry. That's just how I am. I should stop apologizing because I make long videos and I'm just not going to apologize for it anymore. I know that bothers some people, but there are plenty of people on YouTube who make much shorter videos, so I recommend you go check them out if you're interested in something less time-consuming to watch. But for those who did stick around, I hope you enjoyed my vanity tour. I'm so super happy with those results. It's been finished, completely done as you saw it, for about a little over a week now. Again, I wanted to live with it a little bit to make sure it was how I really wanted it before I filmed and show you my after tour, which is supposed to be my final product. I don't want to go then and change it the next day. I want it to be authentically how I am loving it right now, and it is. So that's why it took me a lot longer to get this video up than anticipated, but I'm so happy I took the time and really worked on getting it exactly how I wanted it. That really worked for me for this project. I'm gonna put links to as many of the specialty things I bought. All I bought for the vanity were a lot of the drawer organizers, which like I said are on sale right now for the spring sale at the Container Store. I bought these color fill, vase filler, and decorative accents for the containers that hold the brushes. I got these at Michael's. craft store in the floral department. And I got 2 command hooks. They are the traditional metallic coated decorative hooks in the 3-pound size, if that makes sense. I got these at Target. I got those other little decorative bins, the purple ones for the jewelry and washcloths at Target. If I can find links to those, I'll put them below. The Muji containers, like I said, yes, they were $27.95. Those acrylic drawers that are housing my lip products. I bought those on Muji.com. I will put a link to those below. And the hanging jewelry files I got from Amazon. They were $11.99 a piece, and they are by a company called Whitmore. They're called the Hanging Jewelry File. I'll put a link to that. And then I bought the medium size of the Pottery Barn McKenna jewelry box, which was $99. That was the most expensive thing I bought, but it's an investment. It's a really nice quality jewelry box. I loved the large one for years. I'm sure I'll come back to it at a future point in my life, and now having the 2 sizes that match, I didn't mind investing in that because it's something that I will have forever and can conceivably hand down to somebody at some point. So those were the main items that I purchased, and I will include links if I can. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm considering filming a perfume collection video as well as a jewelry collection and watch collection videos have been highly requested. Some jewelry I'm not comfortable sharing because it's, you know, either I've inherited it or whatever. I just don't really want to put everything on the internet, but I could do a closer look at my jewelry collection if that's interesting, as well as my watch collection. That'd probably be one video because I don't have a ton of watches. And as well as I could conceivably do a more in-depth makeup collection video, and all of these videos would go on my second channel, My Housewife Life. Their link is always in the more info bar below on any of my videos if you're interested in checking it out. If you haven't, I do sort of like monthly favorite videos and hauls and things like this, like collections of things like this. So, and sometimes I do vlogs, like a day in the life vlogs and stuff like that. So, let me know if those kinds of videos would be interesting to you guys. I am happy to film them for My Housewife Life. I hope you enjoyed. I hope to be back with new projects soon. If I can't get to some of my big projects because I'm doing some traveling, I will definitely film some shorter, less intensive projects to share with you on this channel. I'm going to try to be on here on a more regular basis. I'm really trying. I'm sorry, you guys. It's just life got so busy having 3 YouTube channels and a blog for Winnie, and I've been trying to get my blog up or whatever. I might do a check-in video when I'm in Utah at the end of this month for a vacation. I'll probably do a checking in video on this channel and kind of update you guys on my life at the moment. But please keep the requests coming. I do look at your emails and your comments. I'm hoping to catch up on some of those soon. I'm sorry. I'm working on it, but please be patient. And I just really wanted to say thank you guys for your support. Oh, also, I am running a contest on my Housewife Life channel right now. I think you have another couple of weeks to enter. It's my 1-year anniversary contest. There's a video entry part for a grand prize. There'll be 2 grand prize winners, as well as like between 3 and 5 runners up, and with nice prizes if I don't say so myself, and as well as a random comment giveaway with 5 winners in that. So I'll link that video below in case you guys don't know about it and are interested in entering to win. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I have been very much enjoying my organizational efforts in my vanity, and yeah, have a great day. Thanks for watching, you guys. Bye.